wrong. But however, we don't want to go the way that God wants us to go. We want to go in our ways. We know what the word says. That our ways are not his ways. Come on. Our minds are not like God. Who knows the mind of God? No man in this place knows the mind of God. As we're standing here, even in this place, I said we're in a valley. But God can ordain you to be there. He does sometimes he allow you to travel through there. You got to learn some things. You got to have experiences in your life. If you never learn anything, you ain't got too much to tell people about anything. But you got to learn something. I got to learn how to deal with the people that don't want to act right. I got to learn how to deal with someone. If God sends somebody here with a homosexual spirit, I got to learn how to deal with that person and tell them that God can deliver them and set them free. I got to learn how to deal with the people with the forward mouth, but I got to learn how to keep my mouth shut. I have to learn. There's a lot of things that I have to learn. Yeah. If there's some things that I have to learn in the valley, I'm for sure there's some things that you have to learn in the valley. Yeah. Oh, God didn't put us in some of these valleys. Some of us put our own self there and just thought God did it, but God did not do it. God said you'll place yourself in a place that you have no business in this hour. Now, he shall not utterly be cast down, for the Lord upholding him with his hand. He can do it every time I fall or about to fall. God allow God to come in and uphold me with his outstretched hand. Every time it seemed like I was going down and sinking sand, God turned around with his finger of love and he brought me out. Did God bring you out of your situation with the finger of love? Like the old saints would say, love lifted me. That when nothing else could help, love lifted me. I believe it's the love of God that kept my life. I believe it's the love of God that brought me out of sin and shame. But love can change all of our lives in a household of wisdom. Why? Because God has something that is in store for this group of people. Then he dropped on down, and we ain't going to be there too long. He said, I've been young. Don't you remember when you was 25? Don't you remember when you was a teen? Don't you remember when you done got 40? Now you're in them old, getting into that 50, half of 100. You're getting to be in those old ages. But he said, I'll never see the righteous. If you're a righteous man of God, don't you expect for God to bless you in the household of wisdom? You don't have no reason to beg for bread if you're a righteous man or woman of God. God will step in the nick of time. God will take care of you right in the place, right where you are. I've been young, but now I'm old. I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. My seed has no business. Tariq has no business on the corner with a cup, unless he chooses to do that himself. Minister Fagan and Sister Fagan has no business walking around with a sign on their chest saying, I need a place to stay. They're my seed. They're my seed, and you pray for your seed all the time. You sanctified folk. I know you lay down in your bed of comfort at night time. You praying for that son, or you praying for that daughter.